I take the hormones, for example. I've been taking, I check myself. I found my thyroid was subclinical. I mean, my symptom was quite bad. Body ache I had, even at that age that was I would say about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Back pain. You could tell it as fibromyalgia or whatsoever. Back pain, lethargy, tiredness, low libido. Correct? The muscle, whatever exercise, you become more tired.
Okay.
You become more tired when you do exercise, when you don't have sufficient hormone. And then when I checked my hormone level, my thyroid was low normal.
Okay.
Testosterone was almost less than 50%. And then my cortisol was very low. My progesterone was maximum low, very low. Right? Estrogen was higher. High estrogen level. So these are the symptoms that you can have problem now.
It's like an imbalance also.
Imbalance. That means something is happening in my body. Basically, my hormones are getting haywire. I'm supposed to have a high normal TSH. We have a range of about 20 to 30, assuming of testosterone level. We have lower range of 10. For example, 10. Lower range is the 10. Higher range is 30. Right? Why do we always target for the in between that? 11 to 30. So which is normal? 10 is normal or 30 is normal? So why can't we target for the 30? So that's what we are doing.
Okay.
By increasing the level to the 30, you are perfect. Another thing is, we have youngsters, teenager. When you check the hormone level, we're all maximum, top level. Majority of them.
Okay. So you check the teenagers
yes,
also?
Yes, we have, yeah. So we check the teenager and they have fantastic hormone level. As you age, your hormone level doesn't come down. But are we supposed to have natural process of life is you have to, you are dying. So why can't you have the normal level as a guy teenager, which is normal there. So the aim is to increase to that level. Though it's not, let's say his level is about 30. We don't go 30, we maintain at least a higher normal level. So the performance of a guy will be like a teenager.
Okay.
More productive.
So you feel that we should have the same like the teenager?
Yes, that's the hormone level cannot change. As you talk about hypertension, do we have range for the teenager and the adult patient? No, we have normal. It cannot be 140 and 150 by 90 or 100 for older people and 120 by 80 for youngsters. Cannot be. It's not normal. So that's how the hormone is to go on.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. I just want to, the first time when you start checking your hormones, when you had your symptoms, was it after you went through the modules by that Mr. Terry from
Yes, doctor. This is the thing what happened. Actually, I was quite interested to know because I did my few other courses. Basically, I did my diploma in dermatology. I did in Academy of Family Physician Malaysia, and then went to Bangkok. And then after that, I thought, okay, why should I do diploma? Why can't I go for aesthetic? So I went to the aesthetic. So then I thought, okay, I did dermatology and I did aesthetic. I'm only doing something for superficial. Why can't you do something for the internal part? Right? You want to be aesthetic doctor, you're just doing it superficial. You can do Botox, fillers, fine, laser. But why can't you bring the changes within people? So I was thinking about nutrition. So I attended nutrition course. So nutrition, okay, able to balance. But not all the nutrition can make sure that patient gets the normal hormone level. Why? They are blocking things like. You take something, not everything is absorbed because it's a damaged body. Whatever you put in may not be able to reach the level. So you have to correct the problems. So that's what we thought, okay, leaky gut syndrome is one of the issue. So we corrected leaky gut and then we replaced the hormone. We took away all the toxins whichever possible.
The leaky gut also related with the hormones.
Definitely. Leaky gut is something like we call it generative. Because the assault that we have done over the period of time, right? The drugs, the antibiotics that we are taking, all this can cause leaky gut syndrome. So you have to patch it up by taking higher level of probiotic, good quality probiotics. So you correct your system first. Then if you give supplement, that will be absorbed in the body. Right? For example, we believe in dysbiosis, means you take away the intestinal candidiasis to make sure your bowel is able to absorb the nutrition well. Is okay. For example, a child, when you keep on feed the child with milk, are we not seeing the coated tongue there? What is the coated tongue? Is it the color of the milk or candidiasis? Right?
Yeah.
For example, ladies who come with vaginal discharge, of course we are talking about the temperature, the warmness, everything. So and also pH. So if you don't maintain that 5.6 pH in a vagina, you are going to get, if you bring the pH higher, alkaline, it's going to cause vaginal discharge. But what causes the change of pH there? Right?
Yeah.
Not everybody gets it. Are you going to make the pH better by giving some lactacid which creates a pH only locally, or is a symptom which is involving the whole body? Right. So that's why we go deeper. The cause of it is bowel. So we start there. Detoxify the patient, and then we give them the supplement. Then give them the advice on diet, and then go on with the, if needed, of course can afford, we go for the hormonal replacement or hormonal corrective therapy.
So the hormonal comes after.
Yes, after that. Yes. So we start with the basic test.
Step by step.
Step by step, doctor. I feel you have to do it step by step. Don't jump into it's not necessary. If a person can live a fantastic life, both mentally and physically, feel fantastic, don't go dig in. Right? You see a person, you know whether he's healthy or not. Right? Of course, you have to do a basic cholesterol test. Advise them on diet. Advise them on exercise. And when the person's cholesterol level rises, suspect about something is going on in the body. That's there we compare. It is not the cholesterol which is causing the problem. So that's why we test lipoprotein small a, which is more stickier cholesterol, which is the oxidized cholesterol, which is found in abundant in the clot.
Right. So
not
that's
LDL. Yes.
also part of our blood test.
So when we have high cholesterol, LDL level, high homocysteine level, and also the other one is the CRP level. I call my cardiologist, Dr. Edward, please get this test done for you. Stress echo. I prefer stress echo, not stress. Stress echo, yeah. So I've sent patients like that. He's in Sri Kota. I call him and say, then he said, hey, boss.
Sri Kota in Klang.
So he calls me back and said, hey, boss, I think no need for this one. Why you want me to do a angiogram? I said, please, his lifestyle is such as. He looks normal. I did the stress test normal. I said, well, I've had one patient like that. He said the patient is okay. But I insisted him to go for angiogram.
I see. Angiogram.
I told him, this patient is totally different, brother. Please do it. 98% block in LED.
Right.
98%. This patient here.
Yeah. Why did you suspect something?
Doctor, we are GPs. The moment patient walks in here today, we are going to remember how he looks in 6 months' time.
Okay.
It's continuity of care.
Yeah.
The moment we see his lost weight, there must be something really wrong.
Okay.
The moment there's a darkening of the face, something is wrong. It's intuition that happens in the GP. We observe patient all the time.
And he looks different from
He looks different. And then he was complaining of non-specific symptom of cardiac function. When he says, the doctor, I find it's a bit not alright. Then we reflect upon their habits and how he was earlier. His family history. So then we say, when you go for stress test, it's found normal because his exercise tolerance is good. But then when he does angiogram, 98% block. Right? So that is the part of I think GP should follow. There's a patient who's here. He went to this one, there's a place, Gleneagles. This gentleman here. Okay, he went to he went to Gleneagles those days. That was about 4 years ago. Then did whole body scan, his exercise, ECG stress, everything done. Exercise echo. And then after about 3 months, he called me back. And he was in somewhere in Klang Hospital, Klang area, Teguh Kelana. Called me, boss, driving car. I said, boss, why am I getting pain, boss? Where is your pain, brother? You just did your stress echo, right? Oh, yeah, doctor cleared me. He said 3 years don't have to come. The cardiologist then.
Okay.
Then I say, okay, where exactly do you get the pain? Is it the front? Yeah, getting what kind of a pain? It's something like compressing. He said, maybe gastric. Now, is it radiating to the back? Yeah, slightly. What about your arm? Not comfortable. Is it going to the neck? Yes. Okay, where are you now? I'm near Teguh Kelana. Can you please go down to Sri Kota there, slowly drive down, and then you go and get an ECG done? Right, because typical pain that he had. He went there, then Edward called me, hey boss, what is that you refer for? Brother, please get something bigger done for him. He can't do a stress echo because walk. Angiogram, said then it was protocol, just get the ECGs normal. I said, please, his lifestyle is not alright. Get it done. That's the patient. Was 95% of block LED, not 95 years. So please, that's why, doctor, sometimes it's a patient care. Continue to care. But what am I doing now is not right. Because I'm seeing the patient on appointment, What I'm seeing now is not right. Because I have to be a GP. GP is a GP.
Okay.
Sit in the clinic, see patient, continue, think about them. But now I'm taking cases on appointment basis. So I've gone narrowed down on my care.
Okay.
Alright. So I think being a GP, you should give everyone love, But that's why we have a Talima just now. I trained my GP doctor, right, and then ask him to present cases with all the staff just now. So this is being done every week, Friday.
But you said it's not right because
I feel like like I'm working there in Klinik Kesihatan Pandamaran.
Oh yeah, you have your
and then I come on
there.
Monday, and then I come on Wednesday and a Friday. I skip the patient who I've seen all the time.
Oh right.
Right. See, I'm not giving a continuity of care. No? I'm handing over a patient to him.
Okay, that's what you mean.
That's what I mean. What I'm doing is not satisfying me lah.
But at your time in Klinik Kesihatan Pandamaran, it won't be
it's morning
long, right?
I'm finishing in the month of October. I mean next week I'm finishing.
Okay.
My credentialing is over next week. And then even in Pandamaran, we have patients. I mean, fantastic lady, Ruziatun lah, Dr. Ruziatun. You heard about her?
Yeah,
she's my mentor lah. Nice lady, a motherly lady lah. I love her so much. She asked me, "Hey, Dr. Kiran, what do you do in your clinic?" I said, "For what, doctor? We are having a chronic pain management clinic. Do you want to join?" I said, "Okay, doctor." I said, "Fine." "Oh, but that means you do prepare this one." I said, "Okay, fine, I'll do that." "So what do you do for the treatment, doctor?" "Oh, we give that, we give this." I said, "Do you consider intra-articular injections for the patient? Or intra-lesional?" "Hey, you can do yeah." So now clinic is running. We are doing it, and I'm training some other doctors as well.
In the Klinik Pandamaran.
Klinik Pandamaran lah. So I'm teaching other doctors, junior doctors, and some of my other specialists, Dr. Hazan, Dr. Rizal also come and learn. So we are giving intra-articular steroid, and then continue with the physiotherapy, nutrition. The concept of nutrition, I make some adjustment there. So people are happy. Diabetic is having better control. So a lot of things can be done by the BNGP lah. But only thing is, of course, I've neglected my exercise recently. That I used to do like, if you talk about in a year, I do about 6 months of exercise.
6 months in a year? Okay.
It's like this. I will go 3 months and then stop and then continue, from some purpose, because something comes up and then you can be lazy a bit and then you restart back, You should do it every day, regularly. That's important. Of course, I'm going to get back to exercise after this. And then my diet is a little bit different,
Okay.
I don't depend too much on carbohydrates. Right? Because carbohydrate is, I would say, it's sugar. It's a killer. Which for my sedentary type of job, I don't need too much of carbohydrate. Right? So mental work. So what I do, I take 2 eggs every day in the morning, half-boiled egg, along with teh o. Very less sugar if I want. And then sometimes I do enjoy Sundays and Saturdays. Enjoy rasrama, all the stuff lah. Normal roti canai. And then around 11 o'clock, I just have some normal beverage for sugar. When it comes to lunch, I have half a cup of rice, white rice, with a couple of vegetables, home cooked food. And then we have chicken, quite a lot of chicken. I think my diet constitutes about 40% protein and 20 or 30% of fat. And hardly ever any carbohydrate lah. Maybe 15-20% lah. So 4 o'clock I have a bit of bread, 1 or 2 slices of bread, with a beverage which is not sweetened. 7 o'clock my routine is standard: chicken or fish, steam or grill, with salads, yogurt and all those things. And 10 o'clock I'll have coconut oil lah. Virgin coconut oil raw lah. One teaspoon. One tablespoon lah. Just a nice tablespoon. That's all over.
Okay. Why do you think you need to take the virgin coconut oil?
No, okay, there are a lot of controversies there. But recent studies done in Howard University, I think you've seen the clip there, video clip. They have taken about the number of doctors there, researchers, and they have given comparison coconut oil consumption, and then olive oil, and then few other variety lah. They have done the studies. And it's videotaped actually.
From Harvard.
From Howard. So the researcher, the professor, after 3 months declares the result. What happened to your HDL and what happened to your LDL. And it was shown that more than the olive oil, whatever they claim, our coconut oil has increased the HDL much higher and reduced the LDL level. That is because why? Though it's called trans fatty acid, but they have something called linoleic acid, amino acid, and that is what reduces all this thing. It's unique. It's very unique. So let us go for Malaysian stuff, cheaper, instead of going for olive oil. So it's good to consume coconut oil. Another thing is you get fantastic sleep. The moment you consume coconut oil, your satiety is fantastic because you're pouring in oil, Oil is nothing but satiety.
So you see that difference?
Definitely I see
before
the difference.
And after.
Before and after, you will definitely see that. If you take the 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you feel more calmer, your stomach, you won't feel hungry. Because the hunger comes in because you're not having satiety. And the satiety in a baby is nothing but the fat in a mother's milk, right? The same thing, you get that kind of satiety and you'll be very calm. The next day motion will be much better, right? And you'll be cool. You need to sleep, that's it.
So your diet, has it always been like this?
Yeah, majority of the, I tell you, it is about 80% of my diet is like that.
And it has been like that for
nearly since I started hormones.
Right. So it's like hormone is your passion, and
hormone is my passion because I see results, doctor. If I want to lose people's weight, help them to lose weight, I check the hormone level, I check the thyroid level, right? And then of course metformin is one of the greatest medication for you to lose weight as well. Metformin, we use it for diabetics, right? Sensitizing insulin, also for obesity. You can freely use metformin for those who wish to lose weight. No harm in that.
Okay, you've
we do that.
that.
But the amount of weight reduction may not be that great. Again, that goes back to the patient's lifestyle. You can't be taking tablet and not doing exercise and controlling diet. But thyroid hormone works in a different way. The moment you have identified the thyroid is subclinical or maybe low normal range, the moment you replace thyroid, it is going to increase your heartbeat to at least about 90 per minute. It is not 70 anymore. Now, see, the problem with the heart, doctor, is the mechanics that I believe may be wrong, but that's what I believe in. Earlier, we used to always advocate heart rate should be 70 to 80. Right? Now, we have tummy here. We have blood flow from the periphery, like the vein comes, it goes to the central vein, and then goes to the heart, the circulation, normal circulation, and then from the arch of aorta, the blood goes down to the coronary vessels. Now, if you have any tummy obstruction by the intra-abdominal fat, it can cause an impingement towards other blood vessels in the body. Or if you have calf muscle which is not toned up, which is not huge enough to supply because calf muscle acts as a second heart. If you can't, it means you're sedentary, you're not walking, right? So if there's no proper blood supply towards the body carrier, then your coronary circulation may be slightly compromised. And that is topped up with your heart rate, which is about 60, 70. That means you're going to pump out and it's going to come out. Pump, come out. You can just see 70 to 90, there's a variation in the blood supply through the coronary artery. This is 90 times the heart beats, and the coronary is getting filled up all the times. This is 70 times. It's getting filled up, but we don't know. Coronary vessel doesn't dilate just like that. So the amount of blood going to the coronary artery, this is 20 times extra. If you have an active circulation going on in your heart throughout coronary blood vessel, there may be a chance for you to reduce the pulling of blood or maybe the injury caused. Alright? Though the pressure may not come higher with 90, no. So my heart rate is always above 90. I'm quite active, touch wood, morning to night I'll be like this. Seldom I get tired because quite nice hormone which I took recently also. Thyroid, what's called testosterone.
Yeah, you monitored yearly.
I monitor yearly.
I was just wondering because you mentioned that earlier on you had the symptoms.
Yes, doctor.
And that started you checking
that is
your
the reason.
hormone.
Yes, that's why. Because I was having a clinic over there, 5 years. The night when I finished my work, from morning to night I work. The moment I finish my work, I just sit in my car, I have to on the heater in my car. The back seat heater, the seat heater, not massage chair, the seat heater. Otherwise, I cannot reach the house. I'm so tired, exhausted, can't get up in the morning.
Okay.
And I will crawling, getting up in the morning is a big struggle for me. Right? Because the thyroid deficiency will cause you not to be able to wake up just like that. Today, nothing is needed. You know what I'm saying? 8 o'clock, get up, you will get up. Spontaneous. And you can see the difference. If you're crawling on the thing, of course, out of our work, ladies particularly, you have to put the alarm and get up. But if I give you a time without alarm, and somebody come and mention to you, get up at 6 o'clock, you may be able to get up. Are you active immediately after getting up? There is something that we are compromising there. A person should be able to get up with adequate sleep, of course. Then, if you have sufficient, because these hormones are formed over the period of night. They are formed and they are increased over the period of night for you to sustain in the daytime. It's a daytime hormone actually. So thyroid hormone, the cortisol hormone, DHEA, So these are but progesterone is a night hormone. Basically, you apply the cream at night. Of course, it works in the daytime. And higher the progesterone level, you'll sleep like baby. For example, the moment you delivered your child, you don't have to talk. Progesterone is extremely high. I did my test for my wife after third delivery.
Okay, the hormone
test.
hormone
test. I did it for her. It was after a couple of 4 or 5 months around that. When I checked the hormone level, a progesterone level is not normal. They're not higher normal. Almost double than the normal. Like for example, higher normal is 100. For example, this was 200. Above the normal range. Not being in on replacement. Not being on hormone. So now you see, the lactation helps to increase progesterone level. That's why the mother could sleep like babies. You become tired. You just sleep off. You feel like sleeping. There's a recovery, Alright? So these are the deficiencies and defects that takes place in the body.
Was that time also that incident triggered you to go through this Dr. Thierry's modules of the hormone, which you said?
Actually, doctor, it was more of anti-aging that I went for. Okay, anti-aging, right? That's why I told you the trigger was not from the module. The trigger was through my studies that I've done. Basically, I've done as I told you, the dermatology. And then I focused on my aesthetic. Then I find how can I improvise my patients.
Then you want to know more.
So anti-aging, what is all about anti-aging? So when I went there, things were very relevant because we go through the books and journals all day and compare and contrast studies, bibliography, everything.
The journals.
Then I did the test for myself.
That's the hormone test.
That's the time I did my hormone test after going for the course, first day course.
The course, the Belgian.
Belgium. So when you see my certificate there, that is the first ever course being conducted. And that was 3 days course only, a short 3 days course.
Was it in Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Oh, in Malaysia.
Yes, so that was my introduction to hormone.
Right.
So he was explaining everything, I was quite mesmerized. I was okay, fine, is it logic or not? Okay, why don't we test our blood?
So you tested
I tested my blood, yes. And then I discussed with my mentor and all these people and said, okay, you have to do the blah blah blah, and I did it.
The mentor was, at that time was...
he is a Datuk Selvam here, Datuk Selvam Shaham. Who came out in the news recently.
Okay.
You know,
he's an aesthetic.
No, he's not aesthetic. He's an ONG specialist.
Oh, ONG specialist. Okay.
ONG specialist. You should know him, I think. He came along with his name was mentioned with Datuk Side, a man who supplied the stem cell for Rosma. Have you heard about that? And he charged about $300 or $1 million.
Oh, okay,
That's the latest news, right? So he is our vice president actually. Dr. Side is our vice president. He's a physician actually, working in Tawakal. And then Selvam, of course, he branched out from the other society, came in. And then he was a mentor.
Oh, so he's your mentor at that time?
Mentor at that time, he's an ONG specialist. He was also learning actually. He was also learning, but he's strong at nutrition, quite strong at nutrition. Hormone he was learning actually, So we did compare and contrast, discuss about that with the theory of torch and come out with a solution for that. Of course, after learning all these things, I realized there's one thing. Whatever theory taught may not be applicable for our Malaysian patient. That means his dosage is his dosage. Our dosage has to be modulated, adjusted.
Okay. Because you also mentioned that you are the guinea pig.
Yeah, that's why. So when I tell about myself, what I feel. So Asian people are my size.
Okay, so it means that the dosage Dr. Thierry...
Definitely, yes. They are talking
recommended
is not suitable for Malaysians.
So that's why you said you have to be a guinea pig.
Yes, there you go. So they were recommending testosterone level minimum 200 to 400. If you happen to apply so much of testosterone, your testes will go under atrophy. Why? Your own production of hormone will cease. So then I thought, oh my God, what is happening? The defects is happening on me also. Okay, frankly speaking, as a doctor, testicles size is slightly shrunken because the production is from outside. Supply is from outside. Your own hormone may not come out. So what happens here is then you worry. Oh my God, what happened? What did they do?
Okay, so you notice that.
I noticed that. Okay, that's not right. Why these people are telling this hormone? Even actually, some said, oh, you can. Doctors said, 200 to 400, no problem, you can go for it. Minimum you need for that is not our hormone level. Then I thought, no, we can only apply between 550 to 100. Then I can see reversal of the size.
Okay.
Subsequently, I thought, no, how do I do something, make sure that my hormone also comes in picture? Then I did 5 days in a week I apply, 2 days I don't apply. So that means I'm keeping up my own hormone level plus supplying whatever needed. Same, but thyroid you have to take continuously. Thyroid, because if you keep on taking thyroid and alkaroxine, you have to take every day. Similarly, those thyroid has to be taken continuously. But the other hormones you have to give a gap of 2. Or maybe once in 6 months, you call washout period. You don't take any hormone for 1 month, 1 week, or 1 or 2 weeks. Then you restart back. So this is a washout. So there are a few techniques that is involved with it. But end of the day, every person differs in the hormone reception. How they receive, how they accept the hormone in the body, what are the parameters that you have to adjust. Now, for example, I had several patients, I don't know how many of them, those who are daily consumer of alcohol. Right, they come with...
Your patients?
Yeah, my patient. They have tremor every day because withdrawal symptom. Of course, withdrawal symptom is one part. But the other part, when I check the hormone, growth hormone is 90. The minimum level is supposed to be 200, 550. You can see that the growth hormone is not there. In case if they get into a bigger trouble, medical trouble, you know what will happen in ICU? These are the people who are not going to thrive. So alcohol can reduce, what I'm trying to say, alcohol can reduce all the hormones. Alright, that's why those who consume alcohol, the next day they get body ache, withdrawal symptom. All these things are happening just because of the reduction of the hormone. When it comes to exercise, as I want to mention here, what I advise my patient, I never advise them to go more than 1 hour of exercise. Right, that's very important. I feel, you know why? See, our body is not like the person, like let's say if you're not replacing hormone, we are going to deplete the cortisol level, the testosterone, and also the growth hormone if you do more than 1 hour exertional exercise. Right, it's all depleted. That's why after exercise you feel irritated because the cortisol level has been totally depleted. Right, same goes to the testosterone. You do exercise, of course, depends on kind of exercise. If you are doing exercise, a complex exercise, which involves the whole body, you are going to increase the testosterone level. But you are going to do isolated muscle exercise, that is going to definitely not going to work up. Going to increase your testosterone level. Rather, it is going to be low or normal. Right. Growth hormone after 1 hour will be depleted. So that's why I advise my patient, don't go for exercise more than 1 hour unless and until you are taking any hormone. And even that exercise you have to divide into 2 halves. You have to do anaerobic exercise and aerobic exercise. Anaerobic exercise is for your heart. You have to increase the heart rate to the age level. We have treadmill. So maybe my age is about 49 now. So I increase my heart rate up to about 140, 150. The same thing what we are doing in stress test. So increase it.
That's the anaerobic.
That is anaerobic. That means that's aerobic exercise. Aerobic in the presence of oxygen. So you increase. Don't keep running for half an hour. You just walk, increase the peak, increase the speed of the walking, elevate the what do you call the treadmill, elevate make it elevated, push yourself. When your heart rate reaches 140, 50 target heart rate, bring it back slowly down. So you do it at 3 peaks. So that is going to improve your coronary circulation. The next half is important. The next half of aerobic exercise, we call it aerobic because anaerobic exercise, lack of here. The most important thing is when you take weightlifting, try to do a complex exercise, that will help you to reduce the sugar level immediately because it's by diffusion. We don't need insulin for the absorption of sugar. The exercise does it. Another thing is you have to have a muscular activity. If you don't have muscular activity, you are not going to correct your hormone level. So this has to be combined, but never go more than 1 hour.
So that's what you advise to patients?
Yes, I advise my patient that way depending upon the disease. Normally we advise 150 hours of walking 3 times a week. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Right? We are too sedentary to focus on 150. People are advocating 10,000 steps per day. How many walks we are doing as a doctor? We don't do it. So are we going to compensate 10,000 in a half an hour? Right? Today we are doctors, we are sitting in the place, sedentary work, use the brain. Right? 10,000 walk, no way achievable. The next comes to.
So for patients also definitely.
But you can achieve 10,000 walk by hormonal stuff Let's say if you increase the heartbeat by using some thyroid function, it's okay, fine. At least heartbeats increase. It's almost equal to what you're walking. But again, you have to walk 10,000. If you're not able to walk 10,000, then walk half an hour, another half an hour with lifting. So you can compensate at 10,000 walking.
Okay.
And that way, we can assure that our primary care, this thing is attained.
So for yourself also, you do the same kind of
Same thing,
exercise?
doctor. I bring in people, I take, go with my wife, And sometimes I pick other patients of mine, those who are staying over there. Teach them a little bit. Of course, my privacy impingement is there, but sometimes can't say, Can't say. They keep calling me through phone. But I'm going around this place, a lot of other places, And that's why I couldn't focus now.
You experienced the same thing when you did exercise, if
yes.
you go beyond 1 hour.
No, you don't never do that. Without hormone, you never touch. I've done that, yes.
You've done
yes.
Over 1 hour?
Yes, doctor. Before I was taking exercise, before I was taking hormone, we go and try to thrash out with exercise more than 1 hour. The next moment when you come back, you are exhausted. Just sleep on your chair. You can get knocked out. And that is not a good outcome of exercise. You should not feel tired, right? Your blood has been pumped up very well. If your hormones have gone higher within 1 hour, or your cortisol level is just nice, growth hormone has increased to a level, would you feel tired? Definitely not. Right? So you should feel active. The moment you come out, I feel nice. Hey, fantastic. But what do you see? Most of the people, they are not active. They become tired and exhausted. And those who are working 4 hours, sometimes there are patients of mine say, Doctor, I jalan 8 kilometers. I say, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that, right? And I believe a little bit of spiritual stuff also, Very spiritual stuff. What I say, God has given us some age, alright? Some age to live. Right? How He determines the age is quite simple, probably. He gives us number of breath. Okay? If you are going to live up to the 70 years, your number is corrected. I mean, number is already decided. Right? If you are going to be an athlete, run 100 meters like crazy, have they lived more than 100 years? Have you seen any athlete lived more than 100 years, those who are sprinters?
Well, not that I know of.
No, I don't know. But if you see a person who does meditation, yogis, they eat very less, quiet, sit on the same place, they'll live up to 110 years. This is the secret of it. The control of the body. That's why what kills us is our mind. Why our mind kills us? Very simple. We become angry, heartbeat increases, breathing increases, right or not? Right? Yeah. You are wasting your breath. The moment you waste your breath, your life is shortened. The moment you exert yourself, your life is shortened. So that's why everything has got a limit. Sexually, of course, you breathe heavily. If it's a limit, fine, you live longer. But you've exerted yourself by breathing heavily all the while, right? Too much into it, you die early. Your physical activity, you die early. You are angry, you go and whack people, you die early. You get hypertension, heart disease. So this has to be controlled. And that is the application we have on the exercise.
So the spirituality you mentioned,
spirituality also increase. I mean, we put in spirituality as well together. So spiritual treatment. But I don't explain that's how extensive I told you. I tell them, I give them the muscular exercise and then also breathing exercise. What we advise them for anxiety people, those who are having anxiety disorder, the muscle tightening, relaxation. So that is the concept. It works.
Okay, so that's the concept of
spiritual thing. And this is pure spiritual I'm talking about. The breath is the pure spiritual. This is the way they go and they attain a lot of things like the big what do you call the great leaders of religion. So a little bit of spirituality. So this is what I talk to my patient.
That's interesting.
Yeah, spirituality a bit, exercise, diet. The most important is I try to take their attention. The moment patient walks in, one is for diagnosis, what is coming in. This is all right or not. Very simple. Certain cases are on the spot. Even my staff can diagnose. Anybody walks like this, kidney stone, urinary calculi, right? So that's how, like this, like gastric problem, right? Breathlessness, So these are the things. Second thing is the weight loss. Weight loss. And then they come and sit.
A lot of overweight patients.